Hi guys, how we doing? Almost caught me mid-sip. Welcome to Wasted Lunch. I'm Paul McVeigh. Ready to talk about just about anything and everything. Time is 11:56 Oven Standard. I've got my coffee with me. Got my vapor with me. The bad guys with me. Good morning, soon to be good noonish, good afternoon after that. What's going on, guys? What's happening? Gary, how we doing? Oh crap, I just figured out I gotta get my ashtray. Let's reach over here and groan at the same time. There we go. Oh my goodness. Now I got my ashtray. Sean's with us. Ricky's with us. What's happening, guys? How we doing? And any gals who end up popping on here too. Beautiful day outside yet again. Another one of those weird days where it's sunny out, but I can see the murky clouds in the distance. Already pumped full of coffee coursing through my veins and my brain. Creative juices trying to flow through there, through this crazy, scary network of spider webs called my brain, I guess. Ricky says, get your vape on, Paul. Sean threw me a thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. I hope everybody's doing great. Let's see, Ricky says, taking a 5-minute break before I get my ass back to work. All right, what kind of work you doing, Rick? Are you hard work? Mentally taxing? Now I'm looking. Yeah, I got my vape on, but I'm still, fighting with the cigarette demons today. Let's see, Sean South says my brain only functions half the time. Yeah, well, your brain needs a break. That's what the other half of the time is for. Give it a little break there. Okay, Rick's doing home repair at his stepdad's. Getting some brownie points there and helping the old fella out, huh? Nothing wrong with that. Usually when I help my stepfather, well, no, hold on, I don't have a stepdad. Scratch that. I have a father-in-law. I end up helping him with stuff. Usually what ends up, the kind of help I help him with is car stuff. Do I know about cars? Do I know about cars? Do I know about cars? I don't know shit about cars. But my father-in-law does, so he kind of guides me and then I work on the shit for him. So that's what's going on. Sean says, I like your hat. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, sir. Yes, you guys haven't noticed, I have an assortment of headwear. Various different style hats for various different style moods I'm in, I guess. The only hats that I really need lately that I'd like to have, I need a fez. Maybe a turban. I've never had a turban. I don't even know how my wife and the girls wrap those towels around their head when they're done showering, but I want a turban. Why not? Turban and a fez. Yes, that's what I need. Let's see. Gary, you working today or are you taking it easy? Oh my gosh. I got show you guys something I got yesterday. Got a little more. Got some ink done. Okay? My right arm didn't have any work on it until yesterday. My 7-year-old daughter did some tattoo work on this arm. Hopefully it's sort of intact. I'll show you guys what I got going on right there. Look at that. That's what my daughter did. Put a tattoo on my arm. It's got some bedazzler style beads on there. First one of them kind of tattoos I ever got, so obviously it was a painting thing or something like that. some sort of adhesive she put on my arm. And, I figured this stuff comes right off, but turns out this stuff sticks pretty good. My wife's had one on her forearm for days. She's, taken her, she's showered and washed it and everything else, and she still has one days later. Okay, so, which is funny because my wife just got a new job and she's hoping that the tattoo will wash off by then. But to be honest with you, I don't know what this stuff is my daughter put on us, but I guess it's pretty durable because, I just got mine yesterday. I haven't taken a shower since. So, got it last night. We'll see how it holds up. But it's got a whole lot of, if you can't see the blinginess to it, it's got a whole lot of glitter. Glitter and these big plastic jewel things are on there. So, what's up, Jimmy? Jimmy, I'm showing off my new tattoo my daughter did. Check that baby out. I'll tell you what, if that doesn't, I'll tell you what, if I wasn't a bona fide ass whipper before with a tattoo like this, I'm just super badass now. I think the Bedazzler style gems there are enough to strike the fear into the heart of any man. Jimmy says classy. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I was saying that I guess, my daughter gave her a tattoo a few days ago with this stuff. And it still hasn't washed off. Jimmy says, you've been bedazzled. Yes, I have. I have, and feeling pretty good about this one. The only, at least after this tattoo, it's not sore afterwards. But I guess my wife's washed hers quite a few times. She's got one on her forearm. Washed it. It will not come off. She just got a new job, so I don't know. I don't know if she's going to be wearing long sleeves. Whatever the adhesive is good. It's very durable. So, me, I don't have to worry about that shit. I don't have to worry about it staying on there for a year or whatever. Not a big deal. Well, I don't think it'll stay on there for a year. But one thing I'm going to go ahead and share a secret is that I hate, okay, despite the fact that I've got this tattoo from my daughter, don't tell her this, I hate glitter. If she didn't know that already, I'd be surprised. I have complained about glitter in my household many, many times. Here, let's see what you say, Jimmy. Jimmy says, walk into your local biker bar, pick out the biggest guy, and watch him tremble with terror once he sees that piece. True story. Yeah. It's an ass kicker tattoo. I mean, it is. But yeah, I hate glitter. I hate glitter, okay? And it's not some macho glitter is horse crap kind of thing. It's not that. It's the fact that glitter gets everywhere. Okay? My wife, one of my kids, they'll do some project or something with glitter. I'd say it's pink glitter. And it is everywhere. Jimmy says, laughing my ass off. Yeah. But the glitter, did you guys ever have glitter get loose in your house? It's like a contagion. It gets into everything. It ends up, let's say there's just a little bit of residual on the table. Well, you pick it up with your arm, okay, and then it works its way all over your body. And then you're going to the bathroom and you're finding glitter in places, and you're like, I didn't put glitter down there, and you have glitter down there. And it doesn't matter. You can take showers. Doesn't wash your glitter off. That stuff gets everywhere. I mean, and I've got a lot of damn glitter on my arm right now. I mean, you can't see it. There's glitter spread down through here. And so that's one of the reasons I don't like glitter. I picture myself inhaling it and it bouncing off those little wiggly things in my lungs and all that stuff. Let's see, Jimmy says, dated strippers for a few, so I feel your pain on the anti-glitter front. Well, at least that's a fun way to find out you don't like glitter. You know, seriously. I mean, there's worse ways to find out, or more mundane ways, you know. Jimmy says it never looks good on the job site. Yeah. Well, there you go with that badass image, you know, when you go there and, you know, got the testosterone flowing, and then you whip out your tools and there's friggin' glitter and stuff all over. Yeah, it definitely, you know, just speaks volumes of manliness. That's most Cro-Magnon. But yeah, glitter, I picture it going in my lungs. I picture it going up my nose. And you're like, well, you're an idiot, Paul. You smoke half the time anyways. Even, you know, I smoke vape. So what do you care about glitter in your lungs? Well, I mean, glitter is like one of the most unnatural things there is. You know, it's funny because one tiny little piece can be 30 feet away from you, and if it catches the light while you're walking past, you see it. You know? It's weird. Jimmy says it looks like pixie dust every hammer swings. Wee! Yeah, that's masculine hammer there. Yeah, it's, I don't know, it's just a pet peeve, I guess. But it's still there. I can't. But, you know, 7-year-old daughter says, I want to give you a tattoo. You get the damn tattoo. Jimmy says, M, magical. That's right. It's magic. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, anyways, tattoos. They're weird. Just seen somebody the other day with a roller coaster tattoo. I've never seen a roller coaster tattoo until the other day. My daughter's boyfriend has a roller coaster tattoo. Let's see, Jimmy says at least your fingernails didn't get painted. True that. I'd be a liar to say I've never gotten them painted by my kids. But, you know, here's the thing. Anytime I'd let one of the girls paint my fingernails, it wasn't with the real deal nail polish. You know, that lacquer type stuff. You know, there's a kid's fingernail polish that my wife got my daughter that, you know, washes off with soap and water. I've let them do that, but not the regular nail polish, which therein again goes another one of my gripes. I can't stand the smell of nail polish. And I don't know what that is. Maybe I'm allergic to it. But I've let my kids paint my nails with that wash-off stuff. You know, that's it. Let's see. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of makeovers. Gotten a lot of them. Jimmy says, saw a girl at Circle K with a slice of pizza and an ice cream cone tatted. Didn't even know how to comment on these two masterpieces. A slice of pizza and an ice cream cone. Wow. Both of them, both on the forearm. I don't know what. I don't know. That is such a weird thing to get tattooed. Maybe she just likes ice cream and pizza. I mean, that could be as simple as that, but yeah, how do you? You know, I mean, it's tattooed like that. It's kind of hard to say, ooh, that's badass, or it's beautiful. You know, I mean, there's tattoos where you're like, it's gorgeous. See, Jimmy saying it was well done too. Let's see, yeah, kids today. Question mark. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Yeah, well, in this roller coaster tattoo that my daughter's boyfriend got, I think it's his first tattoo ever. And the guy got this big forearm tattoo of a roller coaster. Which, when he said he was going to get it, I was kind of wondering, oh, geez, how the hell is this going to turn out? You know, he's getting a roller coaster tattooed on his arm. It doesn't look bad. It's not. I mean, it's a good-looking roller coaster and stuff, but it turns out it's about some band. I can't even remember the band's name. But you know, and I've got friends that have gotten band tattoos and stuff. I wouldn't get a band tattoo because, you know. Chris Martin's on here. He says, what's up, bud? What's up with you, Chris? How are you doing? Got Jimmy Lawson's on here too, back from the old school, and we're talking tattoos a little bit. We ended up talking about tattoos because I got this fine one put on by my daughter, very glittery, sparkly, and talking about tattoos, you know. You know, I got my first tattoo, I was probably about 15. I did it myself on my ankle. And that was the old-fashioned needle with thread wrapped around it and the stolen India ink from school. See, Chris says he's on the phone trying to get a rental car in L.A. What you gonna do in L.A. there? Chris says I have a tramp stamp. Oh my gosh, you truly, you must be joking. Okay, Chris has to mute me for a few minutes. Oh gosh. It's alright, now I'm picturing this imagery of Chris having a tramp stamp on him. That would be funny, so I don't believe you, Chris. You gotta be BSing me, right? So Jimmy, you working today, or got the day off? Oh man. You see the excitement going on with me now. Oh, Chris is on here. What's happening? Chris Gipp is on here. Hello, Chris. Hope you're doing swell. Chris, you got any tattoos? Care to chime in here about tattoos? But, yeah, my first tattoo was probably 14, 15, and, Jimmy's got to go back to work. See you next show, he says. See you, Jimmy. Have a good day at work, man. Be careful. Don't get hurt. Make that money. Thanks for popping on. Yeah, me and my cousin did our tattoos by ourselves. We were probably 14, 15. A needle, string wrapped around it, and some India ink. I think he stole from the art department at school. I don't suggest doing that to anybody. Jimmy says, ditto. But yeah, we sat around and tattooed ourselves. You know, I worked on my own leg, and he worked on his leg. We worked on our ankles. It seemed to be one of the easiest places to reach, and easiest place to cover up, so our parents wouldn't kill us once we had tattoos on. So we put them on our ankles. And you know what? We did get away with having tattoos on our legs for a long time. They didn't turn out very slick. You know, using a needle and ink is a very slow, tedious process. We're probably stabbing ourselves in the leg way too deep with the needles. Who knows? We didn't know what the hell we were doing. But we lucked out. I don't think either one of us got infections in our legs from tattooing ourselves. We both did shamrocks. Both did shamrocks on our ankles is what we did. See, I was probably 14, 15 maybe. Did that. I don't think I got another tattoo for the next, it's probably over 15 years later before I actually got a professionally done tattoo. So, I was not a tattoo kind of guy, I guess. I don't know. But, so, tattooed myself as a kid. And went for years and years and years, no tattoo. Then, end up getting tattoos on my arm. So, Chris says, okay, I'm back. All right. So, Chris, the Madman Martin, is looking for a rental car in LA. When you going to LA? What's going on in LA? Chris down in Florida. Anyways, yeah. Then I find myself 15 years later or so getting a professionally done tattoo. It's kind of weird. Went all those years without a tattoo. But see, Chris says just got it confirmed September 30th to October 5th. Oh, he's going to LA to see the Fenton brothers. Cool. Cool. From what I've heard, they seem to be doing pretty good out there. Those are a couple dudes we grew up knowing. Oh, there's my lovely wife. Good morning, Ish. Good afternoon. There's fresh coffee. It just turned off. Chris, you got any ink? What kind of ink you got going on here? Oh, let's see. Chris says, as soon as I turned 18, I ran and got a tattoo. Had big ideas to get a sleeve and never did. So you got a tattoo, but had these ideas you're going to get sleeved up, but you didn't get it all done. Did you end up with one tattoo? Is that what happened? I guess I never really got tattoos for years because I didn't really have the money. See, Chris says, got an M on my forearm. Wanted to get more. Never did. So, well, you got an M. I'm guessing for Martin. Or did you get it from Aslan? Yeah, I didn't get any tattoos because I never had any in mind that I really, really wanted bad to start saving up money for. Chris says 18 years later, got a tramp stamp that says Garcia. What in the hell are you talking? Did it say Garcia was here? Now I'm picturing you with a tramp stamp that says Garcia. Come on. Really? Garcia? That would not, oh gosh. Let's see, Chris says, his response to the M thing, I imagine. Martin, Maslin, Mom, now Marley. Okay, Chris says, Garcia is my mother's side. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. So, part Martin, part Garcia. Gotcha. Oh my gosh. So, let's see. Look up Brian Deegan tramp stamp. Mine is just like that. I'll have to check that out. Brian Deegan. Let me get my notebook anyways. I like to have my notebook in case something pops up interesting that I want to look up later. I'll go ahead and write that down. Yeah, I never had an idea for a tattoo that I wanted to get so bad that I saved up money for a tattoo. Never had that. So I ended up getting more tattoos by chance because a friend of mine opened up a tattoo shop Well, two of my friends opened it up. One of them was tattoo artist. That was Scott Harwig and Mark Harwig. Opened up the Zoo Tattoo in Massillon, which was around for a little while, which was absolutely great place. Fun to hang out too. And that's how I ended up getting a tattoo. Professionally. So it wasn't needle and ink. It was actually done with the gun. And, Scott calls me up because, best friends growing up together, and says, "Want to come get a tattoo?" And I'm like, "I don't know, maybe." And so ended up getting Frankenstein. First professionally done one. See, Chris is asking, good week? I haven't been on much. Yeah, it's been a good week. Been a good weekend. Talked about some pretty cool subjects. Yesterday, saw Sean Stout. He's down in Florida. He's somewhere over on the Panhandle, closer to Pensacola right now with his family taking a vacation. So he was on yesterday, showed us the beach. They've been having a pretty good time, seen dolphins, saw a small shark. She shared with us, didn't get to see that on film, but did get to see the beach and where they're staying, so that was pretty cool. Trying to think, the other day I was talking about Stranger Things. I finally watched it. I've been holding out on watching it. Seems like the stuff that is most popular that I hear about, TV shows, movies, and stuff like that, something happens in me and I steer right the hell away from it. I don't know why. I don't know why I do that, but when something is really, really popular, I tend to go the other direction away from it. So I hadn't watched Stranger Things for so long, and then finally watched it and geeked out over it and totally loved it. So the other day, 2 days in a row I talked about it, because one day I watched the first season, then I watched the second season. So I talked about those and looked like a total nerd talking about them because that's how much I liked them. So, but yeah, I'll hold out on seeing these movies and TV shows that are really popular, and then sometimes I'll end up caving in and watching them. See, Chris says, same here. I always watch when it is, I imagine you mean over or old. PVER. I don't know what Pever means. Old. Oh, okay. Here we got a correction next. When series is over or old, /old. Yeah. That's what happens to me. Now, the good part of it is this. The good part is that when you watch something like that, then you've got all these shows, so you can watch one after the other right in a row. You can binge watch it. Okay? And as long as somebody didn't give it away to you, what happens in the show, you're good. But then, you do have that risk that somebody's going to give something away. But, what I do is, when I start watching something I haven't seen, and it's backed up like that, and they got all the episodes ready to watch like that, I don't let people know I'm watching it. Okay? Which, I know that sounds kind of like a lie because I said that thing about Stranger Things after the first season, but I didn't know there was going to be a second season, to be honest with you. But to me, it's cool because you can just watch episode after episode, because I'm not going to lie, I'm not patient. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to wait a week in between shows. I'm bad like that. Let's see, Chris is saying, Breaking Bad, I started watching when the first season was 8 years old. Damn. But see, now that you did that, you've got all those episodes.
That's what I did with Supernatural.
Yeah. My wife did that with the show Supernatural.
Last December, I started watching it and watched all of it until season 12.
See, Chris says, same here. I watched all of Breaking Bad in about 3 to 4 months.
I took 3 weeks to get caught up all the way up to the 12th season.
Yeah, my wife was behind on Supernatural how long?
12 years.
12 years
12 seasons.
or 12 seasons and
well, yeah.
how long did it take you to get caught up?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Oh my gosh. That's a lot of damn TV.
I was spending a lot of nights, days like a zombie because I was up all night watching Supernatural.
And we couldn't do this shit back in the days, you know. I mean, you could. I mean, a few years back, you could get a hold of TV shows, by buying them on DVD, season by season usually. Although selling them the whole kit and caboodle all seasons together has gotten popular. Chris is laughing. About 3 weeks. He's probably imagining you just vegged out on the couch watching all those damn shows.
No, I was wrapping presents and and then complain when Christmas was over because I couldn't watch Christmas shows no more.
Oh.
But I spent my time watching Supernatural instead.
So my wife spent the holidays wrapping presents, watching Supernatural, and then was pissed because she had spent the whole holiday season watching that and then couldn't watch a Christmas program. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because it's like January was like, oh man, I wish it was still Christmas. Yeah. I didn't watch Christmas.
Christmas films don't seem to have the same feeling when it's not Christmas.
Exactly.
Once you pass Christmas.
I watched Supernatural for 3 straight weeks.
But yeah, back in the days, there wasn't binge watching.
You can watch an hour.
And it's funny because growing up, there weren't any TV shows that I made sure I watched. Okay? There were TV shows I liked, but I did not make sure that I was at home at that time to watch that specific TV show. I never did that. Chris says I did that with Sons of Anarchy. I think I watched the entire show in 2 months. Wow, I don't know how much Sons of Anarchy there is. There are a lot of them? I'm guessing there's a lot.
That show everybody told me to watch and I never watched. And then that was another thing.
That's another show that I've been told to watch too, and I haven't watched.
Yeah, it's
so,
just, because
maybe one of these days I'll watch it.
Like I did with Stranger Things. I would click on it, I'd see the little previews, the snippets, and it didn't interest me.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know if I got something in me that says that's popular, I don't want to do it. I'm not caving into what the masses like. I don't know what the hell it is.
It was the same thing with American Horror Story. Oh, you gotta watch it. It's such a great show. Oh, and then I ended up binge watching that for 5 seasons.
Chris said, in talk about Sons of Anarchy, he said 8 seasons, he thinks. He watched it in 2 months. Oh my gosh. Wow. How many beers did you put away watching that? My goodness. Man. Yeah. It used to be back in the days, 12 to 15 episodes per season. Man. Yeah, we watched Stranger Things Season 1 and Season 2 over a period of a few days.
Over like a week, and then like 2 no.
We watched them in a week.
Yeah, but then you binged watch.
I binged on them. I stayed up late, real late one night, and finished off the 2nd season. And my wife finished off the 2nd season yesterday during the day. See, I watched it the night before. I couldn't get enough of the show. I'll admit it. I just got addicted. I don't want to geek out all over again about the show, but I did, man. I was hooked. I just never had a TV show, excite me like that TV show. Yeah. It sounds almost perverse, but it's true. It was that entertaining to me. But it's such a cool show because it's got all these cool elements that I love about it in the 80s flavor, and it's got humor, it's got adventure, it's got spookiness, it's got suspense, it's got wow factor, if that's a thing. It's got all that stuff and it's put together good, so you know. But, yeah, so there you have it. That's there. I just geeked out again about it. I don't know what I'm going to do until they come out with this new season. I don't even know when exactly it's coming out, what, next year? I don't want to wait that damn long. I don't. There's nothing I can do about it, of course. I can't do shit about it except wait, like everybody else is looking forward to it. But I guess I could watch something else anytime. Chris Martin says no boobies? No. No boobies. There's no boobies. Chris,
watch
sorry.
American Horror Story. There's a lot of perversion.
Now, Teresa said you want to watch American Horror Story for that stuff.
A lot of that elements in that.
There's a lot more sexual content in American Horror Story. Do they show stuff? Is it explicit? I don't know if it's explicit, but sorry, I don't know if there's any vitamin B in it or not for you, Chris.
I don't know. I know
there is some perverted stuff in it.
Showing them the doing it.
Yeah. And it's so weird watching TV shows now because you got these shows that, you know, they're not like back in the days growing up where there wasn't any cussing at all. I mean, now you watch shows and you're hearing the F-bomb dropped and everything else. Let's see, Chris did watch that for two or three seasons. He said it actually kind of freaked him out watching American Horror Story. Yeah, that was a different one. And to me,
you know what?
I didn't watch as many as you watched, Teresa. I watched a couple seasons, and to me, it was like.
You watched Freak Show with me.
I think I watched 3 of them.
You watched. I know you watched the season 4.
One was in like a haunted house type thing.
Yeah, you watched.
The other one was like an insane asylum.
You watched the first 3 seasons
freaky.
for me.
And the other one was about a sideshow thing or carnival or something,
watched,
right? So I had to watch carnival stuff because, you know, carnivals are freaky.
Season
weird.
1, Season 2, and Season 4. And you know what?
Did I watch 4? What was 4 about?
The carnival. It was
4 was the carnival.
Show.
I saw the carnival one. Carnivals are freaky anyways. I've always been fascinated with them.
But you know what? Even though, I mean, it's still pretty good. And I watched...
Honey, if you're going to talk, why don't you come over here?
Honey, I can't walk that far.
My wife wants to talk about it, but she won't get close enough to be heard here.
But it lost something when Jessica Lange left.
Oh, Jessica Lange left?
She was in the first 4 seasons, and she added a flavor of all kinds of shit to it. Yeah. And once she didn't do it anymore, it's good, but it's not the same.
Yeah, I didn't watch it that much. Apparently I watched 4 seasons of it, or most of 4 seasons.
You watched 3 seasons.
3 seasons.
1, 2, and 4.
That sounds about right.
You didn't watch The Coven with
me. I don't know. I don't know what else I want to watch. We watched that, like I already talked before on another show about. Oh, okay. Chris says he can hear you. Okay.
See, told you.
Yeah, I talked a little bit earlier this week about that. Keep wanting to call it Salem's Lot, but it was Castle Rock. Let's see. Chris says Jessica Lange was crazy.
It's what she added. Yeah. She made those shows. She was,
but you know what? I've seen Jessica Lange in movies and stuff before this. You know, I mean, shit, growing up in the 80s, you know, she had some. She was on fire for a little bit there in the movies.
She's a good actress.
Yeah, damn good actress. Oh my gosh, talented.
That's why I think
when
she didn't do any more seasons. I mean, especially Asylum.
Well, she was the big name in that series, if that means anything. But she was one of the, probably the strongest actor in that.
The first season, program. She was just a side character, and then the next 3, she was a main character.
Yeah.
Which was pretty awesome, and then...
Is that series still running? Is American Horror Story still running? Okay, now, was that a Netflix show? Was that
No, that
else?
was on one of those cable channels.
Okay, like AMC or something.
No, it was. I don't know.
You know, now I don't know. I'd like to watch something else with some kind of fantasy or science fiction element, based one. You know, but I don't know what sounds good. Jonah, what's up? Jonah, you're on here. Let's see. We've been talking about binge watching TV shows. Farscape, yeah, that's right.
The first 2 seasons.
My wife and I ran out there. We got Farscape all over the place. Jonah says, "Good afternoon." Good afternoon to you too, buddy.
I ordered it off of Amazon overnight delivery.
Yeah, you got all the Farscape, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we started watching Farscape. Started getting into that, and then I don't know what the hell happened that we ended up stopping watching Farscape. I mean, it was good, but we stopped watching it. So it's like now my wife is saying, "Hey, maybe we should start that back up."
We'd have to start from the
but
beginning.
yeah, we would. We'd have to start from the beginning all over again.
Because we were binging.
Who the hell knows where we left off?
I don't know, but
and there was even a movie for Farscape, right?
Mm-hmm. But
Farscape
was after the series.
Yeah, Farscape was kind of like a Buck Rogers thing in a way.
Yeah.
You know, this dude is he's part of an experiment, right? An experimental ship or something for NASA or some shit.
I don't know. He ended up in a wormhole.
He goes through a wormhole, ends up in this alien
universe.
Yeah, universe, and ends up on a ship with aliens. Are there any humans on that ship he's on?
Just
I don't think so. He's the only human there. Jonah says I would watch The Flash on Netflix. I got hooked. I'm gonna write that down. I do write these things down that you guys mentioned. I might check that baby out. The Flash. I remember back in I think it was the 80s, maybe it was the 90s, there was a Flash TV show. I'm pretty sure. So, I always thought the Flash was pretty rad. I mean, if you were that fast, you could do a whole lot of stuff besides, you know, having that capability to move that fast. I mean, the possibilities. Oh my gosh.
Man, my house would be clean in like 4 seconds.
Yeah, Teresa said she'd clean the house in 4 seconds. Speaking of which, yeah, superpowers, guys. If you guys could have a superpower, what superpower would you have? What superpower? You know, I'll admit it, when I was a teenage boy, invisibility was one of the big ones I wanted. You know, I thought about that all the time when I went past a girl's locker room. I'll admit it. If I had invisibility. Yeah. That's the kind of shit you think about when you're a teenager. But that's the kind of shit I thought about anyway. Flying wouldn't be a bad one. Flying would be pretty cool. Superpower. What do you guys think? Teresa, what would you have? What would you be able to do? If you could just have one superpower.
Telekinesis.
You do telekinesis?
I can move shit around on my own. I could freaking, somebody pissed me off or it was rude. I could make the trip. And yeah.
Chris never saw The Flash. Jonah says it's very action-packed. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. And, and I think Teresa and I should probably start watching Farscape again. It's good to, I don't know, I think it's kind of fun for us to have, for you and your mate to have something to watch together, Let's see, Chris would have Superman strength and fly. Yeah.
Maybe I would want to have Flash powers.
Superman is...
Never really thought about it. I was always wanted magic instead.
What's that, Teresa? Magic? Yeah. And watching that Stranger Things makes me think of them. Let's see. Chris says if it was just one, he'd fly. Said super strength. Jonah says super strength. It would be cool to be as strong as Superman. It would. It would. Now, I could be wrong, guys, but I think Superman might be originally his way of getting around was like super jumping. I need to look that up. Flying would be cool. Being super strong, though, would be pretty cool, too. Wouldn't need a jack to work on the car. You know, just go inside, underneath my car, and just pick it up with one hand and work on the other stuff with the other one. See, Chris says, I effing hate traffic. Flying would solve all my problems. Yeah, it would. Yeah, flying would be pretty damn good. I don't, I've never been down where you live, but I imagine traffic's pretty horrible down there. I imagine it's pretty densely packed where you're at. Chris, I believe you live down by Fort Lauderdale, is that it? Not being a Floridian, I'm trying to think, you live down by Fort Lauderdale, right? I would think there's a lot of damn people. It's probably a lot worse than where I live. It doesn't get too bad around here.
Oh, around here.
My wife's from Cleveland, so
yeah, around.
She grew up having to deal with traffic a lot worse than I did.
Oh yeah, so. You're like, oh man, traffic, and there's like 5 cars on the main road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Chris has to go. Have a good weekend, Paul, T, and Jonah. Thank you. You would be T.
Oh.
Teresa says thank you. Well, you have a good one too, buddy. Jonah says, I believe it was super jumping because from the original TV cartoons, it would state he could leap tall buildings in a single bound. Yes, I'm pretty sure that was his method of transportation. Okay, Chris says, west of Tampa, Gulf side, Clearwater area. Okay, I was in the wrong spot. Okay. Wow, sounds... I can't help but be a little jealous. I know it's sinful to be jealous, but doggone it. I pine for warmer climes. You know what I mean? Yeah. Superman. Yeah, super jumping. Jonah said to have a good weekend. Chris says, peninsula that hangs off the west side halfway down. Wow. Yeah, Chris, I hope everything goes swimmingly for you. Yeah, I have thought of relocating so many times, but too many people here to leave the great state of Ohio. Would I still want to be able to become invisible? I don't know. I think flying would be cool, though. Then again, super strength, if you could super jump, would be pretty awesome. That super strength would help out quite a bit. Because my back, for many years, has not been Superman. Strong back. And that there, I'm going to warn everybody out there, especially you young folks, take care of your back. Probably said it before, but the shit you do today, the abuse you give it today, will end up hurting you tomorrow. And that tomorrow might be several years down the road, but believe me, you don't want back trouble. So if you can prevent it now by being careful and not lifting things like an idiot face like I've done, do that. Be careful with that shit. I say all this stuff about preventing bad health and I'm smoking here, huh? Well, either way, I can tell you, back trouble's no fun. But yeah, so super strength would be nice. Be nice to have a super spine. But flying, man, flying would be pretty cool. Flying would be really cool. See, Ryan's on here. What's up, Ryan? We're talking superpowers. Jonah, what would you do with your superpower? Would you use it for evil or for good? Or for just selfish fun? Let's see. I'm going to pretend I got super strength. I could do all kinds of stuff. I could do all kinds of stuff if I had super strength. But the Flash, though, man. But if I was like Superman, see, I could fly down to the school, you know. Jonah says he'd use his superpowers for good. Well, that's nice to know.
Cool.
Yeah, tell you.
Nice. Yeah, pretty good.
Super strength would be pretty cool. There's a lot of times I could have used it. I could have used it last week when my tire went out on me. I had to change a tire off the freeway that, you know, was put on with one of those, what are they called? The pneumatic. What is that thing called, honey? The power thing they put the tires on with. They put it on with one of those,
I can't remember.
Not an air wrench or something. I forget what the hell they call it. But
something like that. It's
you know,
air tool.
Yeah, it's some kind of air tool, and they put it on, super strong. You know, tire went out right on the freeway. Had my son with me, was trying to get him to Taekwondo practice, and then the damn tire just shredded. And I'm off the freeway, and I'm like, okay, I'll pop this tire loose, you know. I'm, you know, above average strength. I'm a strong guy, you know. I'll just break these loose, and man, they did not want to budge. I was already tired, too. That didn't help. And I had just started this diet.
I don't know why.
I just started this diet, so I was already feeling weak from it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, these are not going to come free. And then, lo and behold, up behind my car, lights flashing, state highway patrolman. Like Jonah said, yikes. Yeah. And, you know, I'm not tooting my own horn, but I'm a strong guy. You know? But these did not want to come loose. And state highway patrolman pulls up behind me. There's two of them in the car. You know, and automatically what they do, they get out and they read your license plate, and then they start running that to make sure you're not a bad guy or whatever. So they're running that, and then comes over there, and then the statey, you know, Ohio State Highway Patrol, they're everywhere. If you live in Ohio or you've driven to it, you know we have stadies everywhere throughout Ohio. Dude came over and helped me get the tire off. He's trying to turn the four-way, and he put his foot on there on the four-way and pushed down, and we broke them babies free. So if it weren't for that stadie's foot, I'd still be there almost a week later, hoping that tire was off my car. It was, oh my gosh, yeah, he helped me break it free and get the donut on there. He didn't help me get the donut on there. I had that covered, but so for one of the first times in my life, I was very happy to see the State Highway Patrol. I say that like I'm a bad guy, a criminal or something. I don't even really speed too much. I go about 5 over the speed limit. I don't think they give a crap about that. I think once you start going 10 miles an hour over and stuff like that, don't take this legal advice, guys. You get a speeding ticket, that's your problem.
But in a 25 zone,
I don't do much speeding.
Well,
yeah, in a 25 mile an hour zone, you should go
5 miles
speed
over.
limit.
No matter, I've gone through some
five over is not a big deal when it's already 60 miles an hour or something. Not when it's 25.
But like if it's like 40, like out here, there's a lot of roads that are 40 miles an hour. Compared to what was in Cleveland, I've gone past the cops, you know, sitting there doing 45. Nothing. I forgot to tell you about this. The other day when I was going to get cigarettes, and I just went over the bridge, and I usually slow down getting into Navarre.
Right.
And I was doing 30, and he was sitting in that thing, that little, where that business is, and he flashed his lights at me. So I slowed down, but I was doing 30. No, he didn't. He just flashed.
Wait, this was in town?
Yeah, the other day, because I was doing 30.
Yeah, they got a little speed trap.
But I was doing 30.
The closest town to
But
us.
he didn't stop me. He just flashed his woo-hoo-hoo at me.
And
So I
told you to slow down, basically, and you did.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. They got a little speed trap.
Like 22
right before, okay, this little town called Navarre. This one road that goes in and out of town, they've got a little speed trap set up there, and it's a small town, so any reason to give somebody a ticket is a big deal to them. You know, if they got a chance to give you a ticket, they're gonna give you a ticket. So they've got a little speed trap right by this bridge going in and out of town, and it is 25 miles an hour right there. And it's by a river, and there's a little building. It's some kind of maintenance shed, I guess, for the village. I'm guessing they have snowplow trucks or salt or something in there, and they hang out in there. They hang out down there just off the road, and you can't see them until you are too close, and it's too late. Ryan threw me a thumbs up. Thumbs up to you. But it's funny, when you're leaving town by this road, there is a small hill right before that speed trap. So if you're going 25 and get to the top of the hill, by the time you get down to that hill, go down the hill, going in front of the speed trap, you're speeding if you don't use your brakes. If you're going 25, and it's not a huge hill, but you do pick up another 5 miles an hour going down it. And so if you don't want a ticket, you got to use your brakes and slow down to the speed limit, because like I said, small town cops, chances are any reason to give a ticket out, they're going to give a ticket out.
I just got flashed.
Yeah. It did sound good.
Lights flashed.
Right. Yeah, he should have went to jail for flashing, but let's see, that's Navarre, and then over on the other side is Brewster, another small town where they like to give tickets away for anything and everything. So I don't know where their speed traps are there. Something I don't really.
Yeah, Brewster's worse than Navarre. One year I got a ticket for wearing 2 different shoes.
Oh gosh, did you guys hear that? Yeah, no, I got a ticket though from a Brewster cop, and that all started because he saw that I was missing. I had a license plate light out. Okay, and that led to me ultimately getting my car impounded because I had the wrong stickers on my plates. I had stickers from one plate on the other plate, right?
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
We mixed them up.
Shit. Had 2 cars and put stickers on the wrong cars, and so ended up getting my car impounded because of that. That was crappy. That was a raw deal. I even explained it to him what had happened, and this dude was not going to budge. So I thought it was pretty lame, you know. Plus he nailed me. I was dropping my son off at the high school because my son was...
No, you were picking him up.
I was picking him up.
Yeah.
Picked him up because he was helping out with the sporting event at school. And, yeah, it was lame. It was horse crap, but it got...
$800.
It got them money. You know, it got them money for baloney. You know, it was baloney. But in a decent-sized town, it, you know, probably would have got a warning, but it's not what happened there. Anyways, it's getting near that time, guys. I'm about to get off of here. 12:55 oven standard. I'm going to hop off here, and I'm going to say thank you guys for watching. Guys and gals. I mean, you know, I kind of just throw everybody into the guys category. I'm going to hop off of here, get back to what I need to do, make my house run full steam, and I'm going to wish you guys a great day. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you later on Wasted Lunch.